In today's video, we're going to talk about judgment and why you should stop judging one another. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Redmond, and today we're going to talk about judgment. In today's society, we are saturated with all kinds of opinions and all kinds of assumptions, and it is actually extremely devastating. I have been both a victim of judgment or being judged, and also been guilty of judging other people. And so I feel like I have a small leg to stand on about this topic, because realistically, the practice, and it is a practice because you have to continuously be aware, at least until it becomes a habit, but the practice of not judging others is one of the most liberating and one of the most rewarding practices you can actually adopt for your own self. So when I talk about judgment, I'm mainly talking about judging people from their outward appearance. Now, as human beings, we come in all different kinds of shapes, colors, sizes, age ranges, old, young, rich, poor, attractive, not attractive, and that's subjective based on the individual person. But at the end of the day, judging on any of these bases is not beneficial or even accurate. In fact, from a personal level, I've learned that making assumptions is rarely, if ever, actually accurate or even beneficial or true. So the best way to actually start to gain closeness or an understanding of someone is to actually actively try to get to know that person. When you look at someone, you're really only seeing the tip of the iceberg. The majority of what makes that person who they are is far larger and way deep below the surface. The only way to really get to know someone is to talk to them, to ask them questions, to be empathetic. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but growing up, I was 40 pounds overweight. And at that time in my life, I was definitely a victim of judgment. People judged me and treated me poorly because of the fact that I was overweight, because of the fact that I was female, because of the fact that I was young. And at the time, I was extremely insecure and had really low self-esteem. So it was so hard for me, and it was devastating. Like, I was constantly depressed and always doubting myself. Obviously, time has changed that. My mindset has changed. My body has changed. But I took effort and decided to change those things. But that's beside the point. After I did change those things in the beginning, I started to become judgy of other people, and I found myself to be constantly angry and judging myself and just negative, just toxic. So guys, I know that I'm not the only one that feels this way and has felt this way. So the thing that helped me was really to try to understand the other person. And reflecting on my past experiences and what it felt like to be judged and how painful that was, that helped me to really understand and seek to appreciate other people for who they really are. At the end of the day, the way someone carries themselves may or may not be an accurate representation of who they really are. Most people are walking around with insecurities and fears. Society has this standard, and it's constantly changing for the worse every single day. So we're constantly wearing this disguise of a personality, and we're not really showing who we really are to other people. So we're just a bunch of fake people talking to each other in a fake way. And we don't really get to know each other in a very meaningful, deep manner if we continue to act like this. So right now, I want you to know that I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to them. I don't care what everybody else is doing, okay? One person at a time is what it takes, okay, to just start to change the world, to be the change in the world, okay? We're not gonna succeed at changing everyone or everything around us, but like I said, one person at a time is all it takes. And maybe by you being genuine, by you being accepting, and by you being loving, you can influence someone else to be the same way. And little by little, we can create a little bit more of a loving, peaceful environment. Guys, I know it's human nature to be negative and to be judgmental of other people. So we have to fight against this human nature, because at the end of the day, we are beings of love. And if you believe in God, He teaches us to love one another. His ways are higher than our ways, and He reads hearts. We can't read hearts, but the best thing that we can do is, like I said, actively, continuously seek to understand one another. At the end of the day, the deeper you dig, the more gold you find when you get to know someone. For some people, it's really easy for them to open up and to be themselves because they've had really good experiences. And for others, they may be a little bit more reserved, or they might be introverted, or maybe they've had negative experiences. Maybe they've been belittled and made fun of and just treated poorly. So you need to work a little bit harder. But eventually, when you show someone this love and compassion, and you show them that you're really there for them to support them, you will be surprised at how beautiful you can discover a person to become in your eyes. I know this video is a little bit of a rant situation, but I feel like we need this little bit of positive encouragement in today's world, especially if you follow the news and social media. Like I said, we can't necessarily change everybody. There's a lot of people trying. Some ways are more effective than other ways, but I'm not talking to everyone. I'm talking to you. And if you're watching this video, just take a step back, breathe for a second, and realize that the world is what you make of it. There's always going to be negative things happening, but there are also positive things happening. So you just have to shift your focus. And if we all did this, literally, if we all did this, the world would be very different. But we have too much conflicting energy and too much craziness going on right now. And if you fall into that, you will lose yourself. You will get into a depression. You will become toxic, and you don't need to go there. There's no reason for that. Change doesn't happen in the negative. Change happens in the positive. At least lasting change, effective change. So just food for thought. Let me know what you think. I hope you liked this video. I hope that it was in some way beneficial to someone. Stay positive, stay peaceful, and I will see you guys in the next video.